Hello, everyone. This is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full time. I've been doing this with my fiance Netta for a couple years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm about to go into what we're shipping out today on Thursday. So kind of like a slower day compared to all of the other days. Had a bunch of good days, so this one's just slightly slower. So the first thing is the end right here, the Boston Massacre. This is like a zombie survival RPG little booklet right here. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, a little survival one. I haven't played this one, but yeah. I think just by taking a look at it with the little symbol right here, the biohazard, a couple of pictures inside, it makes sense. Oh, sorry, my screen went off. This ended up going for $21.99 plus shipping. We do pretty well with the RPG books. All right, next up is going to be this like Corvette. I think it's 1/24 scale little die-cast car right here. It's like a red one. It's in pretty good condition. It says 1970 Corvette on the back. That's not when this was made. That's just what type of car this is. Has a lot of cool pieces like the little engine, pops up, the doors swivel open. $11.24. We get a lot of those little cars and they do pretty well for us. All right, next up is going to be a HeroClix slot. This is a lot of 25. These are commons and uncommons. I happen to have a bunch of different villain figures that I don't know that much about comic stuff, but I knew that these were all like Batman villains and stuff like that. So I just lotted them together. Someone spent $18.74. So I got a little bit more for my bulk lot of HeroClix. Normally I just kind of just do them whatever I have in like the bin when I buy these in auctions and stuff. But this one I got a little bit more because I made it a villain themed. All right, moving along, we have some GHQ. I've been listing a bunch of these little tanks and little bases and then their little turrets. This is just like a lot of like 16 of them. This ended up going for $14.05 to repeat buyer. GHQ, they use those like tanks for a military game called, I think, World War II, like Micro Armor. I've gotten this stuff before and sold it. I've only gotten like one sealed packet before, sold for like 20 something. So people do like the game and they do pick up all the bits and pieces. You probably need a bunch of tanks and infantry and stuff for the games that you're playing. All right, moving along, we have an incomplete Warhammer 40K sprue with some pieces. There's some chests and guns and helmets. I'm not 100% sure what faction this is. It looks like probably like a Chaos Space Marine. I don't think it's going to be regular Space Marines, but that's a pure guess. I've never played before, but we just do really well with these. This ended up selling for $18.74. Moving along, we have a rare HeroClix figure right here. This is Deathstroke. This is from the Batman Origins set right there from a bit ago. There's a little set symbol right there. You probably can't see it. It's silver, which means it's a rare figure. That doesn't mean it's worth money. It just means you get one rare per pack. Sometimes there's super rares, and then like the best ones are like Jaces, and then primes are like a weird rarity. All right. This is the card that comes with it. This has a lot of moves and ability, or it shows all like the little moves and abilities on this figure on the base. You can memorize them, but there's also white powers. White powers are kind of like not your classic powers. It will be like when there's a power specific to this character, and you have to usually use the card to like read what that particular power does. All the other colors have something that they always have. So if there's green in movement on any figure, that's charge, which means you get to move and attack in the same turn. All right, this ended up going for $15.74. I think this was like, I remember this back in the day. This was a pretty popular Deathstroke figure. Had a lot of good stats for how much points it costs. So that's probably why I went for a little bit more, even though it's an older one. All right, moving along, we have this duo card game. I like to pick up all these fun little family card games. I know families play them all the time. My family used to play a bunch of card games when I was a kid, so I know people do like picking these up. People like classic ones like Uno and stuff like that, but sometimes people like to throw in some kind of other card game just to spice it up. This one for $11.99. I find them pretty often, so they're easy to list. I just have to count the cards to make sure they're in like decent condition. All right, next up is something we haven't found in a while. This is Patriotic Heart Pin Counted Cross Stitch. We used to get a ton of these when we first started eBay at like estate sales. We made a lot of money from cross stitches. People really like this stuff. People like doing arts and crafts. We also have sold like yarn and threads and stuff like that. We just haven't found any of this stuff in a long time. I think people realized, at least around here, that these ended up being good to pick up cheap and they sell pretty well. It sold, that one was only $5.39. You're making like a little heart pin. So it's like a little tiny set. Sometimes there's like those big ones and different themes do well. We did well with like a Santa one time. All right, and then last item for the day is a lot of 6 of these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think these are from the 90s. These are like the wax trading card packs where like the wrapper has like a waxy feel to it, and you're going to get like those slightly less quality cards compared to like Magic and Pokemon now these days that have better card quality, but people do like to collect these kind of sets. They'll have like a full checklist that you go for. I don't think there's any rarities in particular for the Ninja Turtle ones, But yeah, this ended up going for $15. I had another 6, so I just relisted another lot of 6. I should have done quantity 2 on it, but I'm not sure why I made the decision at the time. I just did. All right. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Have a good one.